Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So, if you're an exhausted dad, a busy husband, or just a guy like me feeling overwhelmed by literally everything life's throwing at you, listen up because this video is for you. All right. So today we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit on something that's always just seemed like kind of out of reach. I know when I first got started it was like this was worse than, the bar exam. What I'm talking about is the credit score formula. Okay, by the end, you'll actually see that understanding, maintaining, and mastering your credit score isn't actually all that mysterious as it seems. All right, so let's dive in. All right, so first questions first. What's the big deal with the credit score formula? Like, why is it so damn confusing? It's like this mystical equation that affects like literally everything about our financial lives. But it's not actually that complicated. And I think you'll agree with me. So, your credit score is made up of five factors. Think of it like think of it like a recipe. Okay, I know we don't get in the kitchen much except for chips and occasional beer, but stick with me here. So you get the ingredients, right? And if you have the right ingredients and in the right uh, proportions, I guess, you'll get a great result. It's going to taste good, all that good stuff, right? So let's break that down a little bit. First, 35% of your credit score is your payment history. Okay. This is the big one. Lenders want to know if you pay your bills on time. That's it. Literally it. Late payments, nah, big red flag. Can literally hurt your score bigger than anything else. And make sure you stay on top of those due dates because they can come by faster than you think. So remember, payment history, 35%. I know life gets busy. So what I would do, set up automatic payments or just set a reminder. Siri, set a reminder to pay this on the 15th. Whatever. Can definitely be a game changer. As you know already, I love statistics. So, according to Equifax, one late payment, like I was saying, they can really hurt you. One late payment can drop your score as much as 100 to 150 points. That is massive, ridiculous. Next, credit utilization accounts for 30% of your score. This is the ratio of your credit card balances to your credit card limits. Okay, think of it as like one of those really confusing division, symbols in school. So aim to keep this below 30%. You're going to show your lenders that you know how to use credit wisely. Okay, think of it for example. So if you have $1,000 credit limit, right? Do not let it roll over more than $300 from month to month. Okay. Um, another situation, another statistic, my FICO reports that people with the highest credit scores tend to use less than 10% of their available credit. Now, I know this was a hard one for me to grasp too, but credit cards are not free money. Guys, repeat after me. Credit cards are not free money. You have to pay it back. Okay. And the length, the amount of history, the amount of time over which you're able to keep an account in good standing and be able to use it is going to give us the optimal amount for this third factor, which is the length of your credit history. The length of your credit history takes up 15% of your score. This one is about time. The longer you've been using your credit responsibly, the better. It's like aging a fine wine, or for us guys, a fine bourbon, right? So do not close those old accounts. They're helping you more than you might think. I promise. It's frustrating. It's annoying as hell, but just pull it out once a month, use it, pay it off, put it back. Just if you like using cash, continue using cash. Just use your credit card here and there. So, Experian data shows people with a longer credit score history generally have higher scores in general. Fourth factor, we have the credit mix or mixture of credit, whatever. Okay. So 10% of your score is a variety of the credit that you have. So we have credit cards, mortgages, auto loans, personal loans, student loans. Overall, rule of thumb, a good mix shows that you know how to handle different types of credit. Not that complicated. So it's like having a diverse skill set or tool set or any kind of set. But let's go with the tool set on this one. So you've got your 3/4 inch, your 3/8, your 3/16. Each one works for a different piece. And you have to have the full kit in order to be able to well manage a car, lawnmower, whatever. There you go. So a well managed credit mix can give your score a nice boost. Cool. And then finally, there's new credit. All right. So you hear it all the time. Don't go out and run your credit scores, especially whenever you're shopping for a new car. For the love of whoever, um, do not go out and run your credit over and over and over. It only makes up 10% of your score, but this considers how many new accounts you've opened recently. All right. If you haven't opened any new accounts, you're still going to get dinged. So opening several new accounts in a short period can be a red flag, but applying for them even is just as bad. Okay. So being mindful when applying for new credit. It's kind of like this one may cut a little close to the bone, but it's kind of like not overloading your plate of the buffet. Little restraint goes a long way. You didn't hear that from me. Anyway, Equifax states that multiple new credit inquiries can lower your score by a few points each. So literally, it can be more like 2 to 5 points each. So think if you run your credit 10 times, that's a max of 20 points. Like that's or max of 100 points, 5 times 20. Um, so you know what I'm saying. Just don't do it. Leave it alone. Once you get 3 or 4 or 5 credit cards, don't worry about it. Unless you're going to buy a new truck and you know that you are getting that new truck today. Not that you want to spite the misses or something, and you're going to go out and, ruin your credit trying to see what you can get approved for. If you know you're buying a new truck today, then you can run your credit. So, all right. So, I hope that that's demystified the credit score a little bit. Now let's take a change and let's talk about a little bit about what you can do to start mastering it today. All right. So, like I've said in other videos, it starts with your credit reports. Go to www.annualcreditreport.com. Pull a free copy of your full reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion and look for errors and then dispute them if you know that they are errors. If you don't know that they're errors, reach out because even a small mistake that you may not catch can really make a big difference. Second, like we talked about earlier with the reminders, make a plan, pay your bills on time. I know it's a no-brainer. Trust me, more people miss this part than you may think. All right. Set up the automatic payments or reminders and remember that consistency is key. Okay. And then third, keep your credit card balances low. Aim for that sweet spot around 30%. If you can, keep it below 10%. But overall, just keep your credit card balances low. And then fourth, for the love of Pete, do not close old accounts. Remember the fine wine thing or the fine bourbon, whatever it was? Yeah. Do not close old accounts. Not even the old one that you had in high school that's like $150 credit limit. Just keep it. It's doing you more good than you may realize. Okay. Then finally, be cautious with new credit. All right. So only apply when necessary, when you're getting that new truck, when you're buying that new boat, and you know you're going to take the boat or the truck home today. I know it's tempting. Only do it if you're sure. Okay. So mastering your credit score is like I said, mastering that recipe or just rebuilding an engine. Takes a little bit of effort, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. unless you're, looking at some of, those kinds of engines. Anyway, I digress. So, I hope that is valuable for you. Hopefully that's not all that mysterious after all. And, you know, it's really about understanding the different parts and knowing how to use them right. If you're, if you're looking at it the right way, it shouldn't be too difficult. So, but if you're wanting to learn more, if you're ready to take the next step, go to this other website, www.buildexcellentcredit.com. I've put together a toolkit, digital tools and whatnot, budget and all this kind of stuff, an ebook, and literally a step by step, easy as pie. You can walk through it while you're having a whiskey or a bourbon or a beer or something, and literally all the next steps that you need in order to build your credit score. All right. So as always, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. All right. I'll see y'all next time. Appreciate you.